that is what I would do. If I were you, I would leave here and go far away, maybe the moon. And if I were you, I would sit across this table, waiting for the truth. If I were you, if I were you.
All right, thank you so much, Tariq. That song, Split Perspectives, of course, goes to the Atomic Rooster almost any night of the week. You'll see him there. Sometimes you'll see him performing. No, he's really good. So, I very quickly, the election's coming up in about, what do we got, 12 more days? Early voting.
78 days of the longest election in the world?
All kinds of ridiculous. What is one kind of aspect that we'd like to see, that I think politicians are overlooking when they look at our industry that brought in so many immigrants in the 1950s? I know that's how my parents
well, the same with
came
my
to
parents.
Ottawa. Or not to Ottawa, to Ontario.
Yeah.
So why is it getting so much harder? What can we change now?
Well, what's happening now is, there's a lot of, there's a lot of bad things happening in the world right now, but it's the immigrants that are coming over now, especially farm labor workers. We rely on them. We're a small farm compared to a lot of big farms out in southern Ontario and Quebec that hire 20 to 40 of immigrant workers. And the Conservative government in the last couple of years is it's getting harder and harder for these farms to get them, just because they're trying to promote Canadian jobs. Not saying that we're trying to find Canadian jobs for farming. It's just that a lot of people don't want to do the work that we do. Everyone wants to be in the industry of technology or computers, or no one wants to be a farmer. So it's getting harder and harder for us to find workers, and just every year it's just more red tape, and it's just and they don't understand that we rely on these workers, you know. And
they love coming to Canada. And
well, that's
love
just it. They're making money for their families back home. You know, it's not like they're benefiting. Well, we're benefiting each other, because without those, we wouldn't be able to do the work that we do, and they can come home and feed their families. You know?
Right. So you're listening to that, and you're voting. Vote for. Ask your candidates to address this kind of issue. We should try to reduce red tape for these farms that are
big time.
You know, because it's like our family farm. We had to sell that. We had to there's so, and that's just unacceptable to these major corporations that are just taking over the land. And then they just make that stuff with the corn. That's I don't think that's the most healthiest option.
Turn the cow corn into ethanol.
Yeah, no, let's keep working towards healthiness. There was a movement in France where they're selling imperfect vegetables for, I guess, a little reduced cost. What can we tell Canadians that, you know, you're going to the grocery stores, the independents and the Sobeys and all that?
The uglier,
kind
the
of
tastier.
That's what I think too.
You grab a greenhouse tomato and an heirloom tomato that looks really ugly, and you try the difference of it. You'll look at that perfect tomato with no taste. You look at that ugly tomato and it's all on the inside. It will blow your mind. The imperfections are what it makes it out to be. Nature's perfect in itself in uniformity of growing, but there's a lot of introduced species where a lot of people spray now and have a controlled environment where they grow their stuff. But by doing that, it also loses the taste. In my opinion, I like this movement. The uglier, the tastier. And that would make a great,
that's a great
movement. A great T-shirt too.
Yeah, because what's the point if you're saving maybe $1 a pound or so? I don't even know.
It's also for shipping too, because the thing is with like naughty ones, they can rot faster. That's the thing with heirloom tomatoes too. Their storage life isn't on it, and that's why we're such a commercial-based industry now, where we're shipping all over North America when there's really no need to be in our season. Winters, yes, of course, we can't go around that. We still need to import stuff, but during the summer when everything's in, No, it's usually for shipping reasons also why these things look so perfect. You know, tomatoes are picked green and then pumped with a ripening agent gas that is traveled to it, and by the time it gets here, it's ripe. You know, so it's just support your small local farmers.
Should be made out of technology, and there's a lot of options because how many farmers markets were you part of, and which ones were you part of this year?
Oh yes, Beechwood Farmers Market, North Gore Farmers Market, Kempville Farmers Market. You always have to do the Lansdowne Farmers Market, and then also at our farm gate too is a market that's always open. So
you're operating 5 days a week, or
we're 7. Yeah,
you have people working 7 days a week.
I haven't had a day off. It's when it's in, it's in. You got to work every day. It's the work you put into it, just like anything else. If you don't, you feel obligated to do something. You know, you can't have a day off in this industry.
But in this industry, it's a lot of fun because people are so excited. When I go to farmers market, everybody's like, you go to a grocery store, and I swear, like, this is. I observe people. This is what I love to do. Everybody's depressed and sad. You go to
and everyone's touching it too. Hey, that's the thing you don't realize is when you come to a farmer's market or the farm, like we're a pick-your-own farm, that it's one hand to you. Yeah. It's incredible. You're taking that plant's life and you're going home with your own hand and putting it on that table. A lot of people don't get to do that and taste it either too. And it's just something said to one hand to you. Yeah. It's incredible. And everyone that comes to our farm to pick your own, a lot of families are coming out again because everyone has that memory of in their parents' or their grandparents' backyard eating peas or making jam with their grandmother or Oma and Opa. It's brilliant because this new generation, they're bringing their kids out now, and it's just really awesome to see. It's and
being outside, running around,
eating dirt, having
fun like we did,
exactly,
or do,
exactly.
So that's, and instead of going to driving 20 minutes on your Tuesday night or something like that, and driving around, parking, crashing your car into another car in the parking lot, and then walking around with a scowl on your face, go to farmers markets, support more of these farmers markets. This is your last week in the year. Congratulations! It's another. Year done.
Another year done. But not done yet. Just the farmers markets are done. Just the farmers markets are done. But not Lansdowne. Lansdowne still goes on for a while. So
I think they're moving into the Aberdeen Pavilion for the rest of the year. So it's going to be the all year one. Lastly, before we go, you have an awesome event space here because I know I volunteered at an awesome event a little while ago. How has that been going? When did that come about? And how can people get in touch about?
About 3 years ago, we have this pine grove. It's halfway through our field, and it's a dense pine grove that has always been there. Hence, Rideau Pines Farm. And then I just always thought it was a wasted space, so I hollowed out the middle and I milled my own wood. I built a rock stage and a western village.
Well, that was all made with
with the wood that are standing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So. And then from there, just because I deal with chefs, and chefs are looking for like a festival grounds to kind of host their talents. So I've been bringing in a couple chefs at a time, and a couple microbreweries, and buses, and music, and promoting good food and local. And from there, I've done some weddings, and
And what about you're telling me about the one wedding that you had this year, the first one of the year?
Oh, yes. So I had friends of mine were getting married, and so this was my first wedding. And about 11 o'clock at night, 11:30 at night, fireflies showed up. And some people thought that I released these things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, I did. That's an extra $200 on your tab at the end of the day. But it was just gorgeous for, just the setting and like the hundreds and thousands of fireflies in June.
And it's great to get out 30 minutes outside of the city, and you
can make it down. Yeah, you can make it downtown with no traffic in 25 minutes. I made it there, going 110. That is.
But so easy, just straight from downtown, 417 to 460.
16, we're just right off the 416. Yeah,
Fourth Line
Follow
Road.
the blue Ontario signs, Rideau Pines Farm and Market.
Can't go any wrong with that. But anyways, thank you so much. That was
my pleasure, man.
That's a very quick intro into the Rideau Pines Farm. I hope you get out here. I hope you support local. Go to these restaurants that are supporting this food. Because first, you've gotten 15 years ago, I don't think you would have thought about getting to know all these amazing, and there are amazing people that are running these restaurants.
Big time. big time.
They're not in it for the money. They're
Nope.
in it for the passion and the.
Well, they're in it
make
for the
you
money
smile.
because they got to pay the rent.
Well,
man.
but they're not.
But yeah,
they're not
I know what
cutting
you're saying.
corners. They're
exactly.
they're still,
You're
so-
looking out of the box instead into the box, and that's what's really nice about that.
So it's been a lot of fun. So thank you. Keep
Awesome.
going what you're doing.
Eat your vegetables.
I try my best. So very quickly before we get to one final song from Tariq, events going on this weekend. It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Thanks,
a
thanks
big
for your
one.
giving.
Thanks, everyone. Get out your turkeys. Jay's playoffs coming up. Last of the farmers markets. Dylan Black tonight is having his charity kind of birthday celebration. So it's a lot of it. It's in honor of Max Keeping, who passed away. Sorry, Max. He was one of our favorite guests on this show. He's done so much. He's mentored me. So lots of stuff there. Also going on at Arts Court, we have the Fringe Encore. So they're bringing back 2 plays from the Fringe Festival. I think one is 18. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 and 9 p.m. shows. $30 for 2 of the shows, $18 for each. So go check that out. Those are 2 of the most diverse, awesome plays at the Fringe this year. And here's one more song from Tariq. This is "Get Your Mind Over It," which you should if you're having a bad day. I don't know. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you so much, man.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Thank you. Cheers.